There's no doubt that after the events of Across the Spider-Verse, Miles completely lost his trust in Gwen, Peter B, and the others. Out of everyone, the two he probably feels most betrayed by are Gwen and Peter B, and honestly, you can't blame him.
Goodbye, Gwen.
From his point of view, these were the people he counted on the most, yet they ended up siding with the Spider Society instead of standing by him. So it's safe to say that the next time Miles sees them, it won't be all smiles and warm reunions. He'll probably be angry, hurt, and definitely not ready to forgive right away. In this video, I want to dive into some theories about how that first meeting might actually play out in Beyond the Spider-Verse. To understand it better, let's go back to how Across the Spider-Verse ended. We saw Gwen forming her own little team, Hobie, Spider-Bite, Pavator, Peter B, and even Noir and Penny, and then jumping through a portal to rescue Miles. But here's the big question. How are they going to do it? Are they splitting up across different universes to track him down, or are they all heading to the same universe together to look for him? The first major scene in the film will likely be Miles facing off against Earth-42 Miles. It just makes too much sense for that to be the first big fight of the movie. While this is happening, Gwen and her team will probably be searching for him, and eventually, they're bound to cross paths. Now, I personally think Gwen might find Miles on her own before the rest of the group. It fits her character and their connection. But let's say the entire team finds him together, that moment is still gonna be incredibly tense. Remember, Hobie and Spider-Bite already showed Miles some support by helping him escape during the Spider Society chase. Because of that, there's a slim chance Miles might trust them a little more than the others. Still, I don't think he'll be quick to accept anyone's help. You have to put yourself in his shoes. He's been lied to, betrayed, and hunted down by people he thought were his friends. As far as he knows, Gwen and the rest are still against him. He has no idea that they've now switched sides and are actually trying to help him. So when they finally meet, I think Miles will either completely ignore them, shut them out, or flat out reject their help. He'll probably believe he can do everything on his own, defeat the Spot, save his dad, and prove that he doesn't need anyone. That mindset makes sense for where he is emotionally, and it sets up a powerful conflict for the movie. Because while Miles might want to stand alone, the truth is that he's probably gonna need his friends if he wants to win this fight. This whole situation might create a lot of tension, especially between Miles and Gwen. Out of everyone, she's the one he feels hurt him the most.
Miles, it's for your own good!
Who decides that? I'm not a kid, Gwen!
That's exactly what you are. You're just a kid who has no idea what he's doing!
I don't think a simple apology will fix things. Gwen will have to put in real effort to prove herself to Miles, and that's probably gonna be a huge part of the story. Just saying sorry won't be enough. She'll need to show him through her actions that she's truly on his side this time. One theory I have is that Miles might face a near-death moment. He won't actually die, but it will be so close that it shakes everyone, especially Gwen. On the flip side, it could be Gwen who almost dies. If that happens, it would create an extremely emotional scene that forces Miles to confront how much he still cares about her, whether he wants to admit it or not. Either way, I think this kind of life or death situation could be the turning point where Gwen starts to redeem herself in Miles' eyes. At some point, I think Miles and Gwen will be forced to work together, even if Miles doesn't want to. They'll probably end up spending a lot of time just the two of them, which could be the key to him slowly beginning to forgive her. It won't happen instantly, but being stuck in situations where they need to rely on each other is the only way that trust can start to rebuild. There was even a report from people who went to CinemaCon about a scene in Beyond the Spider-Verse where Miles and Gwen are on a motorcycle together. We don't know exactly when this happens in the movie, but I'd bet Gwen is the one driving. If that's true, it's very likely Miles still doesn't fully trust her in that moment, but he's forced to ride with her anyway. If this scene makes it into the final cut, it could give us some really powerful moments between them. I honestly believe Miles won't start forgiving the others until he forgives Gwen first. She's at the center of his feelings of betrayal, so her redemption has to come before anything else. Everything I've said here is just theory, since we don't have much official info about the movie yet. But based on what we know, I think these scenarios, or something close to them, are very possible.